No, uyabona sinengxaki man, sinengxaki. Uncedile kakhulu Misa wavuselela isiXhosa apha kum. Uzokwazi bandithethe. Kunini ndishini apha kule TikTok. Yeba kwethu imameleni lento inje le. The minute you become diametrically opposed to your political party constituency, then you are lost. There's not a single day where MK declared EFF an enemy of any sort. Into eziqubukele kubo ngaphakathi iqubulwa intoni lento le? Kukho lento ebizwa ngevoter empathy, and it happens through many channels of political identification. More than 2 million voters of South Africa identified with the strides which were made by Jacob Zuma in his tenure of presidency. They identified with that. They were not oblivious to many revolutionary stands which were created by Jacob Zuma during this tenure. They were not. They didn't call it 9 wasted years. They looked around and they saw universities which were there. They looked around and they saw TVET colleges which were built. They looked around and understood uba kwakunzima ufumana pothole ngoku yo ayakuganga udrive estratweni. To an extent that hijackings are not even as dangerous as potholes are kule presidency ka Ramaphosa. So yiki potholes more than sisoyiko tsotsi namhlanje. Now, when people identify with a certain constituency that is tried and tested, and then kuba kolente bizwa ngevoter empathy, and then people identify, simple politics, they identify with the MK, and they follow this MK party due to the historical evidence and the socio-economic historical evidence which was perpetuated by the man. But you know, when Asis Andiswa xa sihleli apha ku TikTok, sihleli nabantu iskipe esimhlophe singcono kuneskipe esimnyama. If you ask them today, why did Jacob Zuma go to prison? First thing abazawuyicho, corruption, Guptas. He went to prison because of the Guptas code. No, Jacob Zuma. Kukho iskipe esimhlophe esibizwa ngoKosbecker esi-owner i-DSTV. The same thing Jacob Zuma awayenzayo wangayi ku-commission is the same thing eyenziwa nguKosbecker wangayi ku-commission. But because yenziwe nguZuma kwaqala ke ngoku kwane issue enkulu, because black always appreciates criminality when it is white, and anything that is done by a black man becomes super criminal. uZuma wenza the same thing that a white man did, and they took him to prison for it. But uKosbecker has not seen a holding cell of a police station even today. There's not a single case uZuma lost when it comes to corruption. And lama Gupta bathetha ngawo ebenceda bona abantu abamnyama kwakukho contracts, but because let's give historical, socio-economic historical evidence. Why did the Guptas become bastardized? Why did the Guptas become villains? Why were the Guptas chased away from this country and they became looting for the white man? How many people on this live know that the Guptas were a subsidiary company to the Minels and the Ruperts? From the time of Nelson Mandela, they were there. They were a subsidiary company to Stellenbosch Mafia. From the time of Thabo Mbeki, they were there, and they were looting the resources of this country for white monopoly capital. And the Guptas broke away when Jacob Zuma assumed his presidency. And when they broke away, they said, we are sick and tired of being the economic machinery for white monopoly capital. We want to boost our Indian and black community the same way we have boosted white monopoly capital. That's where the problem started. Bangene Eskom, bathinta 5% of the economy of this country. 5% of the economy was steered towards the black and the Indian community. And then white media bastardized them. White media painted a narrative of them being criminals. While many black millionaires were emerging at that time, white media started to spread propaganda about the Guptas. When you in EFF do not understand when people say we were misled about Jacob Zuma, that is exactly what people mean. But this man actually worked for the black community in his time of presidency. I appreciate everything that seeks to criminalize a black man, because the minute a black man becomes criminalized by white media, you must understand he is working for the beneficiation of his own people. Now, Nina, you are diametrically opposed to everything that you claim to stand for. At first, you stood up for Chris Hani and you said you are Haninists. And then we watched the political diametrical opposition of your own confession when you went to Chris Hani's funeral, when you went to Mangosuthu's funeral, and when you got to Mangosuthu's funeral, you sang good songs in the form of Mbuyiseni Ndlozi. You called him a hero of the apartheid struggle. When you go to YouTube and Google Chris Hani, it's very simple. He says, according to me, Chief Mangosuthu Buthelezi is a darling of the apartheid regime. He is funded by the bullies of Pretoria. And he has sold out his own people and he moves around like a church unmolested. The same people who claim to represent Haninism, they went down to KZN to manifest their diametric opposition to a self-confession of being politically aligned with Chris Hani's philosophies of liberation. And they called the same man that Chris Hani was against, they called him a hero. You've got this disease of always being a cancer to yourself, and most unfortunately, education does not create wisdom. You can be an educated fool, and it's a problem that you have as this political party, because you do these things continuously. No wonder then you're the same people who said Zuma must fall, Zuma must fall. Now they were going diametrically opposed to their own political stance and their own political combatantness. They go to Nkandla to say, we are asking for you to boost membership. Can you come and join us? Yesterday it was Zuma must fall. Today, the same man who must fall must boost your political, your voter empathy at the voting polls and endorse EFF. It's diametrical oppositions which continue to happen in this political party. Then you've got the MK party. That's got the same constituency as yourself. If it was really about liberating people, you would have continued to have antagonistic political feelings against these people, which is us, the MK party. But you would never be vocal about it, because then again, you run the risk of being diametrically opposed to your own constituency, because the constituencies of these two organizations are parallel and politically synonymous. You are very educated there in the EFF, but it has not helped you to think, because how do you fight the same people who are standing on the same side with you? Now you leave white monopoly capital. It's no longer enemy number one. Enemy number one has to be these ones who are also constitutionally fighting white monopoly capital. Now, they become the enemy. You are creating a black on black political fallout. And the only thing that you are doing is pleasing the Stellenbosch mafia because you are playing according to their narrative. And we as MK Party, we are internally contestative. If you want to know what I mean, sis Andiswa Ndiyavala, if you want to know what I mean when I say we are internally contestative, there are things which are happening in our own political party right now. We are toying, we are not happy, we are speaking against them, we are vocal against them. There is internal democratic contestativeness because politics is a framework of ideology combined in order to achieve a revolutionary narrative. So if you don't have that in you are told to hate me today. Tomorrow, your leader can wake up saying, you must love everything MK. You didn't even watch Dr. Ndlozi's interview. He said, we were told to be intimate with the MK prior to the elections. And we were intimate and I was against the leadership. On why are we doing that? But because you are not able to think for yourself. Love this one today, you love them. Love this one too. If your leader can wake up tomorrow saying you must hate your wife, I'm sure there'll be divorce left, right, and center in the red parades. Why? You are not capable of being politically inclined and question certain decisions. When you fight MK, you are fighting the very same constituency that you are representing. And unfortunately for us, we've never declared you an enemy of any sort. It is your problem to fix, and it is your problem to fix your party from within so that we can go and fight white monopoly capital. I thank you. Uyabona sis Andiswa, our politics have never been the politics of insulting. The political landscape in South Africa, and this is a fact, you can argue it. And it's said when we are told things that are said to be the truth. They say it's the truth about our president. But when you ask them, yeah, it's a fact, your president is a criminal. Yeah, he was even taken to jail and then he got pardoned for sickness. It's a fact, he's a criminal. And then you ask them, what crime was he charged under to go to prison? They can't answer you. They'll say arms deal. And then you refer them to Thabo Mbeki's lecture. When Thabo Mbeki says there was no arms deal, it was not there. It's something that does not exist. But it's the nature of South Africans to be dictated to what to believe. And some of these political leaders capitalize on white media brainwash narratives. They capitalize. Every word I speak here on this live does not need a dictionary. And I'm not twanging when I'm speaking here. It's not expensive English that I'm talking here. It's simple layman's English. Many political leaders, particularly those who have got a huge megaphone on the South African media platforms, they capitalize on this white media narrative, which is painted by white monopoly capital to demonize black South African political leaders. Because when you ask them the question, is a criminal? Now, the problem is not that we are just misinformed when sis Andiswa. We are not misinformed. We do not want to understand what a word means. And we will forever have political disparities. Uyabona igama elithi long and longing, they are not synonymous. We can call them, but they don't mean the same thing. The problem ye politics yase South Africa is that you've got one person sixabaniswa into enye futhi nale political party eparate eziredi. Pan-Africanism. It's one thing because in an attempt to be a political populist, and understand me, I'm not bashing any political leader. I'm saying in a premature attempt to be a political populist or a continental political populist, you will invoke the political term which is called Pan-Africanism. And you come and spew it to your constituents. Now, let us do a proper political analysis of the constituency that formulates the EFF. It is the poor, it is the marginalized, it is the downtrodden. Let us now therefore then build socio-economic assumptions on the basis of the constituency which is their target market. Again, it's very simple English. Let's build now an analysis and say, since you are a representative of the poor, the downtrodden, the socio-economically marginalized, your target market, majority of it might not have afforded an opportunity to go to school, let alone vets. No, it's too much. Let's just talk about to go to school and understand what Pan-Africanism is. The problem is when you are going to get huge political jargons to teach to the masses or to give to the masses who are not taught about the political jargons that you are giving them. You are now creating a political chaos, because they will begin to masquerade as something that they have got no ideology of what it is about. And when you look at the disparities which are there between the majority of the South Africans and the minority, which is this political party, who call themselves Pan-Africanist without understanding the ideology, nor do they understand the meaning of the verbatim Pan-Africanism. You have got people who simply want borders to be open. And then you give them formulas of Europe and how it works for Europe. And you forget that the socio-economic plights and challenges which must be addressed by the African continent are not synonymous to that of Europe. There can be pan-Europeism. It can exist, sis Andis Walente bizwange pan-Europeism. Why does pan-Europeism exist? It's because there is a common sharing of economic resources amongst all these European countries. There is no country that exacerbates another country's economy in order to reach for a level of unity. When you say I must unite with Zimbabwe, you can speak about physical presence of two black people sharing a street together. There is more to Pan-Africanism than just the unification of our terrestrial bodies coming together. You need to consider the socio-economic impact of that unity. You need to also understand the fertility of the soil of that particular country and the political strives and struggles that they need to fight in order to regain complete power of their own economic resources, so that when you speak about Pan-Africanism, you also have a socio-economic praxis that will work continentally. So out of the 55 or 57 countries which are in Africa, you can have which are absolutely poor. But you must have majority of them being socio-economically viable in order for there to be a common sharing and a common expression of economic resources. Now, when you hear these people talking about Pan-Africanism, They only speak and entertain the ideology of Pan-Africanism, but do not entertain the ideals of Pan-Africanism. So again, it's an issue where we seem to be having educated fools, people who go to school and they study for the sake of going through a textbook, but not understand each and everything that entails the demographic of the terrain that they are studying. It's a huge problem that we have in this country. And then sis Andiswa sensehla kukho ubrother enifuna umlungisa apha. Ndake ndahamba sis Andiswa ndisemncinci ndaya e-Eastern Cape, ndahamba ndayondwendwela ngakhona, ndashiya umalume ndandithanda ukuthi kuye, hey Smalls, xa ndimbiza ndithi Smalls, andityityimbiselwa umntu yandikhomba athi hey sani ndiza kukhaba ndiza kubetha. Ndathi xa ndabuya sendimdadlana, kodwa ndadibana naye ngo-2023 sendisisidlakela sendoda emfutshane umalume ngaka. Ndaphinde ndathi Smalls, hey Smalls, akhange ayenze laa nto ayenza ndina-8. I-problem ayiyo message esiyithethayo nge-MK. I-problem yiposition osowuhleli kuyo xa usiva ngoku. Iposition ebenihleli kuyo before ama-elections ibihambiselana nayo le nto esiyithethayo, because nalaa mfo wabo ebelifuna irhanqa eli le-MK party. Ebeyifuna le ntelezi laa mfo, laa ntelezi kaZuma, because bebeyi-understanda le message esiyithethayo before i-election. Iposition abahlaliswe kuyo ngoku yenza uba mabangayiqondi noyiqonda indaba kaJacob Zuma ne-MK party. And we are saying, don't stress about unity, EFF. Sizawunita. Why am I saying we will unite? Sizawuniunitisa ngenkani. We will take it to the voting polls, and we will keep voting in huge numbers for this political party. And ultimately, nani nizawugqibela nilapha okanye nizawuba yi-diametrical opposition, because after 2029 elections, we will be in that presidential seat. It never took education for the 2.5 million voters to vote for MK party. You seem to not be understanding the formulative political DNA of the MK party. It never took a constitution in order to get those 2.5 million voters. It never took a constitution or the ululation or the celebration of a constitution. Zonke izinto enizigxekayo uba asinazo, simfumene la 14% singenazo. And nenza ubungozi boba manicinge ukuba asizuphinda senze more gains because nisihleka ngezinto esifumane u-14% singenazo. Only an educated, misguided, non-thinker will assume ukuba MK is going to fall because it doesn't have structure. We didn't have head office when we voted 2.5 million people. We didn't have an SG class voter 2.5 million people. We did not have all these political studios. Enemane nikosha uba asinazo. So you are making a terrible mistake of thinking ukuba MK idinga university. Uba mayiphinde yenze lanto yenzileyo ngo-2024. We don't need university, nor do we need to appeal. We are self-appealing to voters. We can have problems esinazo, they are expected. But okusalayo, the formulas that you are using in order to predict the failure of the MK party have nothing to do with the formulative DNA, political formulative DNA of the MK party. Besingenayo ne doctorate thina xa kuyovota abantu abayi-2.5 bevotela, abayi-2.5 million bevotela i-MK. Besingenayo ne masters ku-MK party xa kuyovotwa kuvotelwa i-MK party. Besingenayo, besingena structure kwayona lento esinayo enimane nihlekisa ngayo nisithi ayikho. Nayo besingenayo kwale, but still saningcwaba niyindlu emnyama pha ku voting polls. Abanye bade bayochata ne-DA because baxakekile bazama ustopa lento eyenzekayo. Nangoku you are going to be so disappointed because you think we need to have podcasts. Beziphi podcasts xa sifumana la 2.5 million voters?
Nawe ngathi unomona.
Beziphi advertisers? Beziphi advert? No, the danger in politics is to assume.
Awutela ukuthi thina sivotela abantu abayingakhi qola. Thina sivotela abantu iFF ivotela abantu
Andibazi babangaphi but abafiki kula 2.5 million yamfo.
Bayingakhi ngoba sinabantu abayi-more than a million. Mawuzontshela ukuthi iphathi yevote
imake ndikulungise coach, le million wena othathe unyaka uyicanvasa. Umanu uyicanvasa for the whole year. Ubusy usenza interviews eBramfontein ne one-on-one sessions. For the whole year ubuild membership. Thina isithathe less than 6 months uba siyidibanise lo million. Isithathe less than 4 months. Why? For 11 years uvuka na 1 million. Mna for 6 months ndivuka na 2.5 million. Ayikho into azawuyenza kuGrace. And if uzawufuna ndisebenzisa iformulas zakho ezingena template successful, because how can you lobby a million voters for 11 years? Ndivele mna for 6 months. Uyayibona lento bihamba ngespeed sogcobo lento. Uyayibona lento bihamba ngespeed se-anointing lento le. Funeka kubekho i-change lento uThixo uvumelana nayo le. Into ekuthatha 11 years ndithatha 6 years but still usafuna ndizojoyina wena. Una 11 years lento lena umane uhluleka uba mawidibanise kahle. Mna ngina 6 months
zayina lapha musi.
No, right, amakhosi jonga i-success ye-MK part asoze jonga man asoze umntana coach asoze sisandiswa umntana ka standard 6 ayojoyina
Africans
ima kasoze umntana ka standard 6 ayojoyina umntana ka standard 1 athi ugqiba athi masiboostaneni. Ifuneka kusuka ka standard 1 aze kulo ka standard 6 athi mandidibane nawe so that we can journey ahead sikhawuleze sizigqibe ezigrade. It does not make sense uba uthi by virtue of experience I've been here for 11 years. Let's unite under the 11-year umbrella. Then let's take the statistics and put them on the table and say you've been here for 11 years, you achieved 1 million. I've been here for less than 6 months, I have achieved 2.5 million. Who must join who on the basis of the success? No, ivaleni lega standard 1. Khupukani nize phezulu because ikhona into esikwazi uyimastera at a short period of time in this political party. So, bendicela abantu benkosi, let us not use this argument ye political logic uba but MK must come to us. We have been in the umbrella of unification of
Ngifuna uthetha ngomfula we divide and rule owangena phakathi komzonsundu uyehla manje uyageleza usuka ebuchosheni wehlela emgogodleni nakuyo yonke imizwa yomuntu onsundu. Ma nibona iqhamu noma izithelo zawo zivela kubantu abamnyama, unganethusi lokho. Yazini ukuthi ukhula emqondweni wethu lunengi olusafuna ukusishulwa. Inzondo nokuxabana singabangi lutho. It's because of ukuhlanekezelwa kwedemocracy. Nokuhlanekezelwa kwemfundo ekumele ngabe siyayifunda singabantu abansundu, sifundiswe into engekho ukuthi asibe amathuluzi, singabi abantu abongamelayo nabanini bezinto njengoba singabanini bomhlaba wezwe lakithi. Konke okukhona kulezwe leli kungokwethu. Sifundiswe ukuthi sibe amabheka ezweni lakithi. So asibuyisaneni noma isitha singalwa sifuna ukuthi lo mfulo ogeleze ingqondweni zethu owehlele isizukulwaneni sethu wokusehlukanisa we divide and rule asiwehlule lo mfulo akube isikhathi manje sokuthi siyawuvala ngoba uphelwele isikhathi lo mlambo lo ogeleze ingqondweni zethu seke sicheckisise la ukuthi idemocracy legama elithi democracy lalenzelwe ukukhulula umuntu omnyama kulelizwe noma lalenzelwe ukuthi umuntu omnyama baqhubeka bacindezele kodwa sesingasasibone sabisandla nekhala yabo sekungabantu abamnyama bodwa abacindezela omunye umuntu omnyama sithunywa yilo mfulo ogeleze ingqondweni zethu ukuthi esinye isizwe esithile noma abanye abantu abahlala ku province ethile bangayinto ethile ngenxa yokuthi laba abantu abaphakathi kwethu abadla umnotho wethu walelizwe nezinto zonke zasezweni lethu bafuna thina sibe sehlukene divide and rule hamba khona le divide and rule i-professional manje hamba khona le divide and rule eyenziwa yabusa abantu abamnyama i-professional ungaba ne-PhD ube nazo zonke iziqu you're going to be a stupid if we are not knowing ukuthi kwenzakalani we are being in the political party and start everything but if awazi ukuthi yini esiyifunayo ezweni lakithi ufana nomuntu ongekho ngoba lo mfulo ukukhukhula yonke into engumuntu omnyama kulelizwe uyibhekisa zansi ukuthi izwe singakhona ukulibusa nomnotho walo singabantu abamnyama ngenxa yokuthi semukela idemocracy esingayifundisanga esingayizange sayitshelwa sayichazela uyabona nje ubi-MK ihlezi yenzo life sifunda okukhulu okungakaze kwenzeke noma ANC izophatha uyabona ngoba sibona izwe lakithi namhlanje liku BRICS sifunda izinto ezithi uma izwe lakithi lingabuswa yithi singakhona nokwazi ukuthi sihweba nobani ngomnotho wezwe lethu uma ngabe kudingeka ukuthi simbhadale esiqeqeshela amasotsha empi ezogada lezwe lakithi nomnotho walo ubani obengasenzela lokho ngoba manje nisibona lenxushunxushu lenzakalayo phakathi komuntu omnyama nomuntu omnyama nengaqala ukwenzeke nomlando phakathi kwe-ANC nenkatha ukuzondana komzonsundu akusinto yanamuhla ukube besihlakaniphile sacabanga igazi lachitheke emandulo uma sizothola lenkululeko sacabanga imphefumulo nabazali bethu esabaluza uma kuzotholakala lento esiyibiza ngenkululeko le fake esinayo yamagano ngabe sibuhlehla sibuyele emva kancane sithi no umuntu omnyama ubulelene kakhulu kulelizwe abaholi bethu babulewe kulelizwe yini engasenza singabantu abansundu ukubuyisana sibe imbumbe ngaphandle kokucwasana ngaphandle kokubekana amabala ngoba ngalesikhathi sibekana amabala yaphuma umnotho kuyadliwa yonke into yethu iyashabalala iyanyamalala sikhombana ngemilotho nasetafuleni akukho kudla etafuleni and into eyenza ukuthi enga yethu irise up and up yingoba silambile iphuzu lokuqala lelo okwesibili understanding because we missed sifundiswe into ekungesiyo ekumele ngabe sifundiswa ukusebenza instead sifundiswa ukuhola nokubusa umnotho wezwe lethu asifundiswanga lokho kumele sibe yikho manje abantu abaphethe amatomu Oppenheimer no Rupert naso sonke kusukela nje England e-UK kuze kuzofika la lezi impande lezi zokucontrola nokubusa zisuka lapha ingaba sinawo yina amahloni ukuthi singabantu abamnyama sisaba ukuhlangana kodwa sithi silwela into eyodwa Asinawo yini amahloni ukuthi ngelinye ilanga njengoba sisaxwebhana kanje iyofika impi ngoba isitha asi understand negotiation, si understand war. Akulona iqiniso lokuthi democracy iyosiphumelelisa, but nina njengamaqembu khiphana abantu manje abazohamba beyotrain ezweni elithile, nibathembise ukuthi niyobabhadala kanjani labo bantu labo uma besebentrainele labo bantu labo, belinde nithi nikhuluma nje ukuthi nifuna izwe lenu nibe nazi ukuthi nihlomile enough ngoba ngeke nilikhulule ngempensela nangama PhD namajazi enu lawo, kodwa niyolikhulula izwe ngenxa yempi eyawubi phakathi komhlophe nomnyama. Uyo understand bama bebusa lelizwe bashayanile kuqala base bebona ukuthi yiphe gobuphondo base balishare izwe lethu, bathatha abanye bathatha ngapha abanye bathatha lokho, badla umnotho wezwe lethu. Thina ngicabanga usongena nje sesibelethe izandla emhlane bese ke sithiwa nali izwe lenu abantu abamnyama. No, ngeke yenzeke leyo nto leyo. Kwazini lokho abantu abamnyama ukuthi uma nisaxwebhana niyayidileya, uma ningahlangani niyazidileya. Ngisho ngikhuluma ngisho umuntu okuthi akazazi ukuthi ungumthengisi wabantu abamnyama, umuntu okumaqembu abelungu FF+ kuwo wonke lamaqembu ongahlangene nomuntu omnyama ungumthengisi wesizwe esimnyama kulelizwe lakithi. Ngakho ke iunity siyathanda asithandi sizohlangana ngoba ngamase kufika isibhaxo sebesigaxa induku abamhlophe abangapendiwe sizozazi ukuthi sizobalekela kubantu abamnyama la besibakhomba ngomuntu.